Hey, what's going on, guys? Maddo here with another PSO2 video. So in today's video, I just want to discuss just some final Luster things I missed out on, plus last remaining story as we should get within our next patch, and just showing over the final weapons that we've gotten up to this point. So not only that is there's a lot of things that have changed in a couple of shops that I want to address too. So I'm going to switch clients over, though I may need an update, but I have a workaround for that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Now, Luster doesn't have a class trainer. I know someone in my comments on one of my videos on Luster was asking, is there a class trainer for Luster? Unfortunately, there's not. So Kofi handles everything to do with Luster. So once Luster eventually releases, I'm hoping within our next maintenance, but they just did emergency maintenance. So they may skip this current Tuesday's maintenance, even though today is Tuesday, be next week's. They may skip that because they had a bug or something in emergency maintenance they need to perform. So anyway, Luster is right here. So you go to explanation about Luster, and then she tells you everything about Luster right here since there's no trainer. And if you want to do all the quests involved with it, you just talk to her again, and the client orders are going to be down at the bottom. So here we go right here. So here's all the Luster skill point stuff and everything. There's no really like level cap things because it's just automatically unlocked for you. So this is where you'll go to for all your skill points and stuff like that. So yeah, don't worry about the level cap trials. Also, your complex PA stuff is here in case you didn't know. And I believe they give you another one. Yes. So you got to reach 4 classes on level 100 to get another complex PA slot. So we don't have 100 yet. It will most likely be on next patch, probably not, but it'll probably be somewhere in February. But there you go, they've added another complex PA stock limit, so that's good on there. So another thing I just want to clear up just really quickly will be just what weapons to use and stuff like that for Luster, because I see the question quite often, you know, what skill do I use? You can use striking or range attack. If you use striking, you're fine. If you use range attack, it converts. It's the same thing with the mag. So for my mag, I have a striking mag, which works perfectly fine. And this one is a messed up mag, but a striking mag will work perfectly fine for Luster. And if you did use a ranged, it will convert to your ranged or your striking depending on. It's the same thing with your weapons and your units and such. So you can put, you know, if you have striking, that's fine. If you got ranged, it gets converted to striking, or if you're using range attacks, it gets converted properly. So you could use just those two. Technique has nothing to do, and if you want to use dex, you know, you can use dex. I'm not saying you can use dex, just stick with striking, stick with range, but you do have people who will use dex mags or stuff like that, so to each their own. You can use what you like. But I'm going to swap over to my NA account, and I'm going to show you things in the shop people probably miss. So give me one moment and I'm going to swap right over. Okay, so a few things in some shops have changed for the great. So first things first is I'm going to go ahead and show you just the new shops that have arrived, because a lot of stuff is different. So we've got Divide stuff, which you can't really get these without fighting Varuna, Mitra, and other bosses, so those modules will be a little harder to get. I know the fragments, you can kind of get those during the mission pass and stuff like that, but this shop pretty much has, you know, all the vortex weapons and such, so pretty decently cool looking weapons and pretty strong looking weapons, and I can see some people using these weapons, but they're pretty cool. Anyway, the main attraction will be over at the badge shop. So when we go over to the badge shop and we go to Rising Weapons 5 badges, we have ultimate boosters. So yay. So now it's very easy to get ultimate boosters. Whereas before it was just, you know, a pain in the butt to get those boosters. And of course they added some new triggers and stuff like that. And then they added new S abilities and such. So they've really added a lot of stuff to shops, which is actually nice. So it won't be as hard to get certain things. It'll just make you that much easier, especially the ultimate boosters. Because I know people were just like, you know, where do I find these and such? And well, 10 badges of Rising Weapons 5 will get you those. So good on you, Sega, for finally adding that. You know, it took a while. And then one more thing over in the shops on the far right. I could just pause and wipe over, but why not? So there's one more thing added to the shop over here, which is actually really good, because it was gonna, I assume this is gonna be added with the mission badges, but I guess they weren't, which is fine. But the mission badges, of course, has the same old stuff. It's got emotes and stuff. I believe I've showed this already. So if you hadn't seen that video, I can't remember which one it was, but you know, people were like, "Oh, just be grateful this stuff is in here." Blah 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 blah. This is, you know, whatever. Anyway, I believe it's in. Can't remember which one of these it's in, but they do have a lot of new stuff. It's in the swap shop too, if I remember correctly. But they have added. Here we go. So they have added all the S abilities that should have been under the mission badge, because that's how it is on JP. But it's just a pain in the butt that you have to get like 40 AC scratch items for like one thing on certain stuff. And this is, of course, you know, certain augments and stuff. It's a pain. Like Technique 20 and PB4, you need 20 AC scratch items. That's too much if you ask me. But you know, you have Aether Soul, and then you have Factor Catalyst and Omega Memora and stuff like that. But you know, they don't cost a lot. But some of these, like Sentence Casting, is, you know, a little ridiculous, but that's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure people have 40 or 20 of these items sitting around. And of course, they have a lot of other S abilities and stuff. So if you haven't taken a look at the shop and you just got just random AC stuff sitting around, you know, trade that stuff in. You know, plus 70 for merit, minus 70 for demerit, custom and stuff like that. It's a pretty big deal, especially if you're into, like, you know, adding stuff to your armor. And then augmenting aids, those are, you should probably have a lot of these. I know I have a lot of these. And enhanced cap, so it will do +1 to your weapons past 30, which in my opinion is a waste anyway. And then ultimate boosters, grinders, augment transfer patches was great, divide metals and such. So a lot of good stuff in here. Also, Sega did say that they're doing something with the shops for the hero badges, the crests, no, the hero seals. So if you have those, do not throw them away. They told you just don't throw them away. They're going to be at a later point. So just hang on to those seals, and they're going to be added to the Rising Weapon Badge 5 shops and such. So yeah. Anyway, before I end this video, I just want to go over one thing to do with story. So I may just jump over to the bridge real quick, and we'll just show you just where we are, and you know, just how far away we are to finishing, which pretty much after the maintenance we should just be done. So right now, this just, I'm at to be continued because I'm pretty much done. But anyway, the last mission was pretty much right here where you fight Varuna. I did them on hardcore and actually wasn't bad. I breezed through them, which is surprising because on JP it took me a while to bring them down. But this is the last mission, and after that, this is it, the last of it. It should be straight from a couple little things with Shiva, going through the mothership, fighting all these random enemies and such, reunited with old friends, seeing pretty cool cutscenes, and then finally you fight Shiva, and then hopefully they don't do like stop at Shiva and then won't let you do the true ending into another maintenance. Hopefully everything will be into like one patch so you can play through the last battle. But they haven't said anything about Primordial Darkness as like, you know, a trigger quest or anything like that yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. So there you go, guys, that's it for this video. So my next video may be out delayed a little bit, quite possibly into next week after the patch, but we'll see. But if we get patch notes before then, I will definitely make a video on that. So until next time, guys, peace.